Yes, Royal Caribbean just changed their drink policy and it's now even stricter. However, there's still a workaround way for it for some, and it's not quite as bad as what it sounds like at face value. Let me explain that and how you can still do the workaround way with my single tip. Note that there are timestamps down below if you'd like to jump around. So the old way with Royal Caribbean on the drink package rules is you could actually get an exception where both adults in the cabin didn't have to purchase the deluxe drink package. You would simply call Royal Caribbean's customer service and let them know, let's say it was my wife and I was a drinker and she wasn't, that, hey, either she doesn't drink, she's allergic, she's pregnant, some medical reason, and then what Royal Caribbean would allow you to do is one person, in this case, example, me, I could buy the drink package, and then my wife would just have to buy the refreshment package. A lot of people love this rule. You couldn't do it online on the cruise planner, but by calling, you could do that. And many cruisers, after you've been cruising for a while, you learn about this rule. It's not like you know about it right away. Now, the reason why this math isn't quite as bad as what it sounds like at face value is because under the old policy, the other person still had to buy the refreshment package. And the price difference between the deluxe package and the refreshment package isn't astronomical necessarily. So the example that we have coming up here on a 7-night sailing is the deluxe drink package is $57 a night or $57 a day, and the refreshment package is $30 a day. That's $27 difference per day on a 7-night sailing. At 14 drinks per dollar for an alcoholic drink, that's only 2 drinks extra that the refreshment person is buying that in theory that they wouldn't have to buy under the old rules. When you multiply that out, that's $189 over the course of a 7-night cruise, and with the 18% gratuity, automatic included, you're knocking on $225. Yeah, that sucks, an extra $225. However, you're not paying double for the deluxe drink package because under the old rules, you still had to purchase the refreshment package. If you're getting any tips out of this, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Is this fair? Well, I guess it depends on who you ask. Is this a money grab? Probably, at least a little bit. Yes, Royal Caribbean's responsibility though is to the shareholders and to be as profitable as possible for the shareholders. Does this rule stink for people that have one person that drinks in a household and another person that doesn't or can't because of medication, a medical condition, a pregnancy? Yeah, it stinks. Now, it might be because of people abusing the rule on Royal Caribbean and sharing the drink package. It might be a money grab. It also stinks for the people that want the convenience of a drink package because there's less friction when you have a drink package. You can just hand the card versus if you don't have a drink package and you want to do everything a la carte, you got to sign the little slip and give an additional gratuity if you choose every single time that you get a drink. Now, while competitors of Royal Caribbean, you could never share a drink package right from the get-go, that was one cool thing that made Royal Caribbean a little bit different and unique. There are still other things that make Royal Caribbean different and unique when it comes to the drink package. For instance, a cruise line over here, you can't use their drink package at their private island. I'm talking about you, Carnival, at Celebration Key. You can't use that drink package. At Royal Caribbean, you can still use the deluxe drink package and all the drink packages at the private island. And with Perfect Day at Coco Cay and then Perfect Day at Mexico coming online here in the next couple years, you're gonna have that many more opportunities, including Labadee, if that ever opens up again, to be able to use that drink package at Royal Caribbean's private destination. Once when Perfect Day Mexico comes online here in the next couple of years, 80% of Caribbean sailings for Royal Caribbean are gonna visit one of their private islands. That's a lot of stops and a lot of port days that you're gonna be able to use the drink package. Whereas on other cruise lines, you're not gonna be able to use it when they stop at their private island. Not only that, but there's no limit yet on the drink package for Royal Caribbean. On Carnival, there's a 15 drink limit per day. So as long as the rules don't get even more stricter, Royal Caribbean is still gonna have a good leg up on the competition, in my opinion. So there is still a legal workaround way where only one adult can get the deluxe drinking package and the other one doesn't have to get it. Now, this doesn't work for everyone. However, if you are traveling as a family of, let's say, 4, you can still do this workaround way. You can get 2 different rooms. Now, hold on here. 2 different rooms oftentimes isn't more expensive than getting 1 room and piling everyone in 1 room. There's also advantages of getting 2 rooms. Many times I will look at the price of both connecting rooms and or 2 different rooms compared to my family of 4 all in 1 room. And sometimes it's cheaper to do 1 room by a significant amount, and occasionally it's very similar price. So traditionally, if you have 2 parents, you're going to be booking 1 parent in 1 room, 1 parent in the other room, 1 with each kid. At least that's the way my travel agent does it automatically for us. And if you go this route, I could then go on the cruise planner and buy just the deluxe drink package just for me if I want it, and my wife wouldn't even have to get the refreshment package, which she would under the old rules. So if you're traveling as a family of 4, make sure you consider getting 2 rooms regardless, and then also consider doing it just because of the drink package. The drink package might be that much or that costly where it would make sense to get 2 rooms. Not only that, you'd have 2 bathrooms and a lot easier to shower and freshen up for the evening. The drink package isn't cheap. We know that. Let me just give you an example of how not cheap it is, especially when compared to the price of our cruise. On our upcoming 5-night cruise on Independence of Sales, the deluxe drink package is $63 a night. So if you times that by 2 over the full course of the cruise, it's $743 with gratuity for 2 adults. Our total, let's round that to $750. You double that, that's $1,500. Our cruise was less than $1,400. That means the deluxe drinking package by itself would cost over 50% of our cruise fare. When you look at percentages, that is really expensive in my opinion. So where does this leave us? Honestly, the drink package has always been a math game for many people. At nearly $14 per drink, you can break even about 4.5 to 6 drinks per day, where it's almost a no-brainer then for you to get the deluxe drink package. For others, purchasing a la carte is the way to go, and then you don't drink too much and you can enjoy the rest of your cruise. And for others, you might want to look at what are all the free drinks and can you bring wine on board? Learn all about that right here in this video here. My name is Brian, Tips for Cruisers, and we'll see you over in this video right here.